Hello my lovely friends, welcome back to my channel, or if it's your first time here, hi, my name is Melissa, or Missa, welcome. Today we are doing two things. We are doing a New Year's Eve like party makeup look, but also a super grunge, I wanted to look like someone else makeup look, which I think I've achieved because I'm wearing a lot of makeup and I'm feeling it. But also I'm going to do it using a full face of all of my favourite products from 2022. Not all of them because I can't fit them all on my face in one go, but a lot of my favourites like Beauty Bay, BPERFECT, there's going to be high-end, there's drugstore. It's a good time. I'm going to do this look here from start to finish and we're just going to chat about favourite makeups whilst also doing a look that you could totally wear if you're going to a party that also coincidentally matches my monster can. But yeah, that's what we're going to do today. My battery's about to run out, so if you want to just fanny about with me and get freaky with makeup and ignore the fact that my body doesn't match my face, then keep on watching. Look, it's my babies, makeup and monster. Okay, right, with this being a full face favourites, I'm going to be using three eyeshadow palettes, which is super weird for me, but basically I'm just trying to use all of my favourites in one video, and the palettes I'm using aren't necessarily super like these specific palettes are the favourites, but the brands are. So I'm going to be using like my Carnival All Stars just because I picked it off my picked it off my shelf, and my Beauty Bay Nudes and Neutral. These aren't necessarily, like I said, my super top favourite palettes, but the brands are. Beauty Bay, BPERFECT, obviously throughout the year it's pretty much all I've used. So I'm going to grab the black, which, I mean, I just dropped eyeshadow on me. And I'm basically doing yesterday's look, but in different colours. But honestly, I just loved how it came out. And I was deliberately going for, like, looking different. I wanted to do, like, the sad girl, grunge, like, super glam, way too much makeup kind of look. And I really feel like I achieved it because I got a text from a pal that was like, I don't like this makeup on you. You don't even look like you. And I was like, yes! That was the point. So I'm not going to, like, talk too much about the look, but I'm going to obviously mention my favourites as we go through this. This would be such a good New Year look. If I actually had like plans, I'd probably wear this for New Year's. I'm going to grab a fluffy brush and just blend this out a bit. I have zero plans for New Year's. I had zero plans for Christmas. It was absolutely diabolical, to be honest with you. I saw my parents on Christmas Eve, and I had a lovely Christmas Eve lunch with my parents, just me and them. And then Christmas Day and Boxing Day, I didn't even really look at my phone. I was in like the depth of depression, like the worst. Yeah, I wasn't even like speaking on the group chats, nothing. I'm going to take this dark brown. And anyway, what I'm trying to say is with that cheery ass story is that's probably going to be New Year as well for me. I didn't realise Christmas was going to be so crap, but actually my husband left me just before Christmas, so that already stung. Like, that kind of took the shine out of Christmas, didn't it? And then last year for New Year and Christmas I was with that man that was like, you know, trying to so that kind of took the shine out of it as well. So maybe 2023 Christmas and New Year will be different. Who knows, maybe it'll be nice. Anyway, then I'm going to take who knows, this shade, I think. Honestly, what other palettes have I used in, like, what other brands of eyeshadow palettes have I used in 2022? Bar, I was about to say Makeup Revolution. Watch. Bar Beauty Bay and BPERFECT. Let's be honest. What? None. What? None. Unless I'm, like, testing new ones. I'm also in love with these, like, grungy looks right now because they are so easy and fast. Look at these blends. I'm taking that all the way around under here because I'm trying to keep it kind of rounded, but it is kind of smoked out, but it is kind of rounded. What did I do now? Right, I used another brown. I used maple syrup because it's a nice warm brown. Don't look at the state of my desk. I'm gonna, what do I have to do? I've actually got quite a busy day. I have filmed this whole video and I also want to edit it and have it up for tomorrow because that's the day before New Year's, so I feel like that would be a good time to have it up, especially if it was like someone was gonna like kind of do this look or whatever. I always feel like I'm flattering myself when I think someone's gonna copy a look. It's like, why would anyone do that, Melissa? Anyway, then I'm gonna grab my Carnival. I need to clean the house. No, I don't. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna take khaki. I need to shut up. Yeah, I need to film this whole video and I want to edit it. Then I want to tidy up the house a bit. It's just a wee bit messy, not bad at all to be honest. In fact, I cleaned the kitchen when I made my pasta, so all I need to do is hoover the hallway. Because my bedroom's tidy. Put that khaki on. See what I mean? These are so fast and easy, these looks. And that's not even looks, that doesn't look that badly blended. I know it looks terrible like as an eyeshadow, but. Then I'm grabbing clay. I need to apply my other pack of hair extensions. I put tape-ins in the front. You cannot tell right now. My hair is super greasy and needs washed because I've been wearing a wig the past couple of days. But I've got tape-ins. I've got 5 on this side, 5 on this side. And then I had to get another pack, obviously, because I didn't realise that a pack of 20 would not go very far. I'm going to take this yellow. So I need to apply the tape-ins to the back of my head. I also need to re-dye my hair black because I think you can tell, I don't know if you can tell on camera, my brown is coming through. I don't know why it's coming through brown. Yeah, it's coming through a wee bit brown, so I need to dye my hair and I want to do that before I put the extensions in. By the way, how easy is it putting tape-in extensions in? I actually cannot fathom how easy it is. It's incredible. Right, I'm just going to quickly throw some more black on here, deepen up the crease. Like these grunge looks, I can see why people do them because they are so fast. Like holy macaroni, I feel like I've told you my whole life story in that. Anyway, did everyone else have a good Christmas? I think as well if you have kids it makes Christmas more like poignant because like obviously looking at kids' excited faces, it's very cute. I mean, it's not for me. I'm not saying I want kids, but I'm just saying like it kind of makes Christmas more special, I suppose. I need another brown. This one will do, even though it's a different one to what I used on the other side. You're never gonna know. Literally never gonna know. Then I'm gonna take my P. Louise base in, I don't know, Limelight. This isn't real, like this isn't part of the favourites, but I just wanted a green base for my eye, so don't really pay attention to this. And this is like, I should really clean this up, but I'm not gonna. Right, so just ignore that. It looks horrible khaki green, but kind of nice, but like horrible, like I don't like it. But you know what I mean, like it's just a base, so shut up. Then I'm going back in with Carnival in the shade Venom. I am kind of trying to get through the eyes quite quickly, if you can tell, because we have the whole base to do as well. And the longer this video is to edit, the more stressful it's going to be. I hate the editing software. Like, I hate it. I'm just using an updated version of the old software I had. But wow, it must have gone through about 20 changes since I got it because it's so different and I hate it with every bone in my body. Right, just blended that in. Then, my favourite, like, flaky, chromy pigments of the year, definitely the Pastel Roses. Probably because it's like, not gonna lie, it's like one of the only like flaky things I've actually ever tried. So I just put some in the lid. This goes everywhere. Also, Sausage jumped up on my desk. Don't even look at me. He jumped up on my desk and decided to put his foot right into the pot of flaky pigments, and now he's going to be pooing glitter, I'm sure. So I'm putting a bit of NYX glitter glue on. I loved how this look came out yesterday so much. It's funny, when I do a look that I really love, I feel like when I post it on Instagram, hold on, wait till you see these. Holy crap, are you seeing that? These are like proper green, ever so slight pink reflected in them. They're all like dual multi-chromes. They're just sickening. I feel like I should zoom you right in just so you can like see these pigments really close up. Honestly, like they go everywhere, by the way, when you're applying them, so never do this once you've already got your beautiful base on, is my advice. Love how yellow this camera goes when I zoom in. But look at that. Like that is gonna shine on New Year, innit? That is what you're wanting on the dance floor. Oh, I would love to go out. I really would. I texted Daniela and I was like, how fun would it be if I came and stayed with you in Newcastle for New Year's and we just partied, but fuel would be too much money to get up and down there, and I can't really rely on the trains I feel like they're striking too much to like go away for New Year for a couple of days, because then what if like I couldn't get back for the cats. I'm gonna go on with W7 Metal Flash in Iridescent. Definitely a favourite this year. Use it all the time, and I'm just doing this on a fluffy brush to kind of put just little particles of glitter all around this. It just makes it look almost blended. Oh, shut up. Right, I'm going to throw some eyeliner on. I did actually use my melt liner for the other side, but I might just try and use liquid over here just for speed. Right, favourite makeup wipes of the year. Johnson's Makeup Be Gone. Not including that, but you know what I mean. They are the best makeup wipes. One of these wipes will take off this whole face once it's done. Shut up! I will just use my melt liner though in my waterline. I'm really wanting to move on to base, can you tell? I'm just going to take any browns that we've used. What is that noise outside? And I do quite like to do my under eye sometimes before base, because then I feel like I don't use as much concealer. And this is going to be super, this is going to be super grunge. So this is going to be a low under eye. But yeah, if I do my under eye prior to putting my base on, I feel like I use way less concealer and foundation and stuff underneath my eyes, and obviously then everything looks a bit less cakey. I'm going to have so much fallout that I literally can't see. Yeah. How quick was that eye? Let's be real. Right, favourite primer. Oh, there's a few, but no, I'm going to use like favourite Huda Beauty Blur Jam. I don't know what it is. And when I first got it, honestly, do you know what I think they're doing? I think they might be taking down the Christmas lights. Maybe? Right, big splooge of that Blur Jam. Splooge. That's a terrible word. Yeah, I don't know why I like it so much, but I think when I put it on, it just melts into nothing. And I always feel like my base looks so much more flawless over it. I love a glowy, dewy, highlighted, radiant base, but my skin looks better when I don't put one of those products on. Like, my skin looks lovely and glowy and dewy and glossy, but it looks more textured, my wrinkles are more obvious, stuff like that. So I think this kind of primer that just blurs me out and makes me look real good is just, oh, it's just wonderful. Picking a favourite foundation for the year is incredibly hard for me, because I have a lot of foundations that I really love, but I'm looking at them, I'm like, if you were going out for New Year, which foundation are you actually going to put onto your face to make you feel great and make you look good? And I can't pick. I literally can't pick between my Makeup Revolution one that I've only been in love with for about a week and a half, but I'm genuinely head over heels in love with it. My ABH is so lovely. My NARS is beautiful. I'm finding it so hard to pick, but I'm gonna go Makeup Revolution. Honestly, my gut is telling me use Makeup Revolution, and I know, but it's so good. It's so good, and I can't believe for how much you get for the price and stuff. That was probably a wee bit much. I don't tend to actually use that much. But if it's a special occasion, I will put more makeup on, and also I do want to get absolutely clarty today. This formula is beautiful. I've worn it pretty much every single day since I first tried it in that first impressions. That will not be very far back on my channel, and the coverage, the longevity, the feeling of it, everything about this foundation is perfection. And honestly, Emily gave this to me so long ago, and I was like, meh, probably not gonna like it, can't be bothered trying it. Boom. And it just goes to show, just trust Emily. The shade isn't perfect on me, it's F6, I think it is. Honestly, how is that a drugstore foundation? I just didn't ken. Huda concealer, definite favourite. I'm gonna need a backup. This is running out somewhat terribly. I use shade 2.1N, if you're wondering. I am wanting to get clarity today, so I want to put a lot of makeup on. It's just the feeling that I've got. This sponge is not at all clean and it's not wet, but I'm just going to use this to blend it in. The Huda concealer is ultimate coverage without cakiness, without dryness. It doesn't sit in lines. It lasts really well all day. It's just my absolute favourite. I've told so many people to buy it. Huda Beauty's base products are just something else. I just feel like they're made for my skin. But then I have very unfussy skin, very normal skin. It's not oily, it's not dry. It's just normal. Full coverage, but look, it's not flat. My white inner corner, again, this is not a favourite, although it's new and it's cool. I'm just using this white for my inner corner. I just adore a matte white inner corner. I'm not sure it's grunge, but I think it looks blooming cool. Wow, I'm honestly obsessed with that foundation, and I do feel a bit cheeky slipping it in to this video when this is my 2022 favourites, but it is now a favourite and I just stand by it. COLOURPOP freckle pens for me freckleugans. I feel like this kind of grungy look just flourishes with some saucy freckles. There's still people that get mad about like faux freckles, but I don't really care because I love them. Yeah, nothing compares to the COLOURPOP freckle pen, by the way. If you're really wanting to try some kind of freckly product, this is the one I would recommend. It is just, it's incredible. Okay, so I don't even need to bake my under eyes because like I've got so much down there. So my favourite pressed powder is my Maybelline SUPERSTAY. Honestly, I swear by this. It is like MAC Studio Fix. It's a really good dupe for that in my opinion. Maybe not quite the same level of coverage, but it has a wee bit of coverage, mattifies really beautifully. It's, again, it's not heavy, it's not cakey. I wear the shade 10 Ivory, if you're wondering, and this is more my skin colour, so it's actually helping with this foundation to be more my actual skin colour. I'm sorry, I don't think it looks like I'm wearing a Makeup Revolution foundation. I think if I told anyone I was wearing a high-end foundation, they would just 100% believe me. Guess we're not doing cream products today, huh? What a funny! What an absolute buffoon! Second powder might seem a bit overkill. I don't care. Huda Beauty Glowish. Boom. Shade 2, I think this is. Yeah. I'm using shade 2 because I'm trying to be a teeny... What is that on the end of my nose? Fluff. I'm trying to be a teeny tiny bit more tanned today, so I'm going to go shade 2. Doesn't really change the colour of my base at all, but shade 1 is very fair, obviously. This is a glowy setting powder. This makes all my dreams come true. I often use it just as a setting powder, but I want this makeup to be bulletproof, considering I'm going out all night tonight in it, innit? Oh! That harkens me back to that comment I got in 2022 on my YouTube channel. You put makeup on just to wash it off? What a waste of makeup. I mean, yeah, technically it's a waste of makeup, but it's a YouTube channel for makeup. Oh, that green, it just tickles my bum. I don't even like green, but I like grungy, horrible greens, and then that pot. Ooh, amen. Bronzer, we're gonna go bronzer deft. I feel like heavy bronzer is very grunge. I'm gonna take favourite again. It's only been a favourite for a couple of months. There's the hair in my face. My Graze Bronzed Bish. This is in the shade Santorini Lovin'. I honestly can't get over this. It's so good. It might not be dark enough for today's look, so I might darken this up a pinch. Oh no, that's gonna be fine. I am going to put so much bronzer on, you're probably going to end up calling the police. So please don't be alarmed, okay? I'm going for the heavy, she doesn't look like Melissa makeup look, okay? Just don't be too alarmed. Makeup is fun. It doesn't matter. It's going to wash off. I knew this bronzer was just perfect. I told you that when I first used it. You can just put it on just a teeny tiny wee bit, or you can bang it on and look like you've been lying on the sandy beaches of Spain. Never been to Spain. Forehead doesn't matter too much because I'm gonna be wearing my wig. And I'm gonna put this over my schnozzle pops. And in that kind of shape. Weep. Because I'm going to be putting freckles back on. They've completely disappeared, but that's okay. They were just there as a base. Wow, I'm definitely a bronzed bitch now, aren't I? Thank you, Grace, for coming out with the best bronzer of the century. Look at that colour, it's disgusting. Ah! I just feel like when Daniela does grunge, she puts so much bronzer on that it kind of like gives me shock, but it all comes together in the end, so please trust me. It's gonna look great in photographs. Damned be real life photographs. I've just changed my skin tone with bronzer. Is that illegal? I'm not sure, but it's part of the look. If I told you yesterday I put on a bronzer that was like 5 times darker than this one, would you believe me? Anyway, tiny bit of contour. I'm gonna use... tiny bit of contour. I'm gonna use my Essence, and people are like, oh, Melissa, throw it in the bin! Throw it in the bin, you've got your new one. I can't. I physically can't. I'm putting the tiniest bit on. Just in that hollow there, and obviously the one under my lip. Have some sense. Obviously I'm gonna put it there. I don't need it on my forehead. I don't need it. I'm gonna wear my wig. I will do a little bit of schnoz contouring, because why schnot? Yeah, I've obviously got my new Essence one, but I feel very emotionally attached to this one, and I feel like I might as well finish it up. You know, waste not, want not. It's coming together. We need a very neutral blush with this. We can't be adding pink. Can't be adding peach, to be honest. We need the neutral. So I'm gonna use my, can you show yourself? Reveal yourself. Elf. Primer infused blush, and always earthy. Why is it primer infused? It's super neutral. Leading peach, but it's neutral. So I'm gonna whack this. Daniela puts a lot of blush on too, and she's like the grunge person. Okay? So I'm just doing what she does. Ah! This is not the blush I used yesterday, but I'm glad I'm using it today because I feel like it goes with my eye colour choices. But honestly, I was just inspired by my monster can for this look today. How gorgeous is that blush? Like, shut up. Shut up. Was that a favourite blush of all time? I'd say NYX Silence is Golden, but I do really love that neutral blush that I just used. And I honestly, genuinely, totally forgot I'm supposed to be putting my pure favourites on, so. I'm looking in my highlight drawer, and I want to use my new, the Glow Milk by the Beauty Crop Peer Pressure. Ah! Are you kidding me? This isn't even released yet. I got this in like a glossy box, a glossy box. I was gonna say the advent calendar. I think it was a glossy box. It's sickening, and it would not suit me when I'm palest of the pale. I've got hair, but it suits me when I've got this kind of more intense makeup on. So I guess we're gonna have to settle for Cookie, and we're not settling. That was a bad way of saying it. We're gonna use Benefit Cookie. All hail Benefit Cookie. Shut up. Like, come on. But yeah, that Beauty Crop one is the tits. It's incredible. And I don't know when they're releasing it. I didn't realise Glossybox got unreleased makeup, you know what I mean? Now, I feel like you could either go matte for this kind of grunge, or you could go ham on the highlighter, and I am more inclined to go ham on the highlighter. It highlights my texture. I don't care. Sometimes, like yesterday, when I took my photos photos with my iPhone, it's my blush brush again, for the very first time for uploading onto Instagram. I was flabbergasted by how good the quality was compared to my camera, and I've got a very good camera, like technically. It's a Canon G7X Mark III. It's a very good camera. But my iPhone quality pictures were so much better. It showed all my skin texture. It just looked beautiful. I'm going to throw some more freckles on with a brush, just a wee pointy brush, and then I'll use my nudes because it's got neutral tones in it. Let me do this very quick. I want to be freckly AF, so trust the process, but also I don't mind my freckles looking a little bit insane because I just love them. Right, we need some we need some sexy ass setting spray. There's only one for it. There's numerous for it, but fave being the Beauty Crop Glow Milk Mini Mist. I need to get full size of this, but I don't really need it right now. This has still got a lot in it. It's glowy and hoey, and it's all you ever need in your life, basically. Apart from someone that loves you and cuddles you and tells you everything's gonna be okay. Oh, you're fine, you got cats, and no, you're fine, you know, your family. No, I want a boyfriend. What's happening to me? Hairspray, doesn't matter what one. Especially on these eyes, because those flakies are like poo poo, pew pew. Are you kidding me? Can you tell I'm like, who is she? I'm pulling a tear. I do order a Tito's, the sausage, the Tito's looking very angry. Tito's and sausage, Tito's and sausage, Tito's and sausage. I'm obsessed with cats. I need physical and clinical help. Back to this spell. Right, I'm gonna grab Keen first. I actually want a bit more of a mustard yellow, but I don't really have one to hand, so I'm just gonna work with this Keen, and this is going in the depth, Melissa, of the eye bags. Like, this makeup look comes low. You know what I mean? We're not trying to keep this neat and tidy. We're kind of trying to look like we've been punched in the face. I don't know what's going into me. I'm taking that big fluffy brush and just kind of diffusing it outwards. I'm not trying to pull it out too much or be too fancy schnancy over there, but just a wee bit of a add-on to blend. Where are you now? I'll go in with clay. I'll do a bit of that khaki, some browns, and basically just trying to blend this lower eye out, but super dramatically. Why not? Sometimes, do you ever just like enjoy putting makeup on so that you don't really look like yourself? Not like special effects or anything, but just like the style of makeup, and you're like, gosh, I just don't look like me. I just don't look like me, and it's just fun, isn't it? Well, I think it's fun. This is the kind of greens they can get behind. These grungy, sickening green. I actually think I maybe put a bit too much yellow on down here, but I think if I tap over it with my sponge, we will be fine. I'm also really loving having thinner eyebrows again. They're not like thin like 90s brows, but I feel like they're just very, I think, complimentary to my face. I think it just, a big fat brow on me isn't what's necessary, I don't think. You can tell me what your thoughts are. A bit more of that khaki shade. That's grungy eye makeup. I think I need more bronzer. Do I? Probably not. Am I going to put some on? A little bit. I have a lot of makeup on my face. I would go out like this for New Year if I was going out with girls. Like if I was going out with my pals, happy go out like this. Nay qualms. Would I go on a date like this? No. We're definitely going to go on nude lip. And one of my favourite lip liners is MUA Obsession. I'm just checking this. Yeah, this is Obsession. I've got a few browns by them. The MUA lip liners are the tits. I can't do this and talk, obviously. Please hold. I can't put lips on neatly to save my life. Literally impossible. There's no point trying. I feel like on the monitor, I don't look like I have too much makeup on. When I kind of do, at the same time I don't, but if you know what I mean, like, it's about 10 times more than I usually put on. But I feel like on my monitor, it doesn't look like that. Don't look at the back of my hair. I've not done my extensions there yet. We are going to use MUA Butterscotch. Kyrell sent this to me, I think it was this year or maybe last. I think it was this year. And it immediately became a solid favourite because it's a nude, but it's like a, what would you say? Peachy, mustardy kind of tone almost. Like, it's not just a boring nude, it's a perfect warm mustardy nude. It's one of my favourite nudes I've ever had in my collection, and also the formula is lovely. We are going to lighten it up with a smidge of concealer. Again, my NARS one. Total favourite, by the way, as you can probably tell. I just want this to be different to yesterday's look, but also similar. That's perfect. That is perfect. Shut up. I don't mean my application, I mean the colours. Oh! That's gorgeous. Pretty much done. We're pretty much done. I need a white eyeshadow for my very inner corners, and I don't feel like the palettes that I have out have a white in them. Let me check these. I also took out my Odin's Eyes because I wanted to hark the Herald Angels thing about these, because Odin's Eye is a new favourite brand, but none of those have white in them. Surely Bright 2.0 was a matte white. It does! We're splendidly umptious. Oh, why do I keep putting it too high up in that corner specifically? Can someone come here and punch me in the face? How hot is a white inner corner? Matte, 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 matte white. Right, we need a big fat lash. We could try these again. These might go with this look a bit better than the previous look. This is my Shein ones that I got. But I don't know if they'll actually be thick enough. No, actually I think that'll be fine. I'll use my Shein lashes. I will link what they are down below. I'll link like the product code, and then you can just search it in the Shein search bar. Velour lash glue. I need to start using that lash serum, that real fancy lash serum I got sent. I'm too lazy, but I need to remember to just do it when I'm putting maybe my skincare on at night. I would use my favourite Shein lashes since this is a favourites video, but they are not dramatic enough for this kind of look, so you wouldn't even really notice I had them on. So just pretend I'm using favourite lashes, please. I might throw lower lashes on, but I'm going to have to do that off camera because my camera is second battery is running out and I'll need to wait till it charges. Don't look at my forehead wrinkles, please. Very deep self-consciousness about them. I need more Botox. Remember I had Botox once and about 700 people were like, you disgust me, and like unsubscribed from my channel. Look at me, I need it. Yeah, my camera battery cut out. I just put on two little, if you focus, lower lash is. Mine are tatty lashes, if you're wondering. That's pretty much it. If I was actually going out and about, I'd probably put another layer of hairspray on just to secure everything in place. But I'm going to go put my wig on and then that'll be us done. Wig on, ready to party! Can't lift my arms up too much. Definitely not shave my armpits in like 5 days. Well, I'm done. There we have it. Full face of heaps of my favourite makeup. I love this foundation so much. Wow. Does my body match my face? No, because of the amount of bronzer I put on. But the foundation like kind of matches my body if I hadn't put that much bronzer on. But you know what I mean? Like, it's just fine. Just pretend the rest of my body is the same colour and then we can all just go on with our lives. Yeah, I felt this was a more fun way of talking about favourites than just sitting talking about them, but there is like a million more. So I think I'm going to do like a second full face of favourites because, like, after the new year, because there's just so many more I need to talk about and like sing their praises. But yeah, the ones I used today, top notch, top of the line, top quality, top tier, top lad. Anyway, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. What are you doing for New Year? Do you get a New Year's kiss? Because so far mine is only going to be from the cats. And subscribe if you haven't already. Plenty more videos from me and my cheery personality. But yeah, I'm going to piss off. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll catch you on the flip side.